I get very mad at people. And like I said, I get mad from a place of love because I'm misunderstood. I get very mad at people who say they lack motivation. I get mad at them. When a man goes to me, I don't have motivation, part of me starts to dislike him because I feel like he's a fucking loser and he has a duty to his bloodline and to the people around him to have as much money and capability as possible.
But people like that are being motivated by you at the same time.
Well, that's the goal, right? My goal is, but that's why I talk to them. Like I said, I was loved with discipline. That's why I talk the way I talk. If you lack motivation, then you're a loser. And I'm telling you because I care about you enough to try and make you be a better version of yourself. If I'm waking up every day with hundreds of millions of dollars concerned that I don't have enough money, power, and influence to take care of the people I love, you certainly should be the one to say. You should be trying anything it takes to try and win. You should be joining my school, university.com, or trying crypto, or trying new business ideas, or learning from you, or joining the war room. You should have been in the cage with us yesterday getting your ass kicked along with 60 other war room members. Because how can you be so arrogant and so complacent to sit as the insignificant nobody you are with the no money that you have and believe that you've done enough for the people you love? If I don't believe I've done enough with my capability and my fiscal prowess, who the fuck are you as a nobody to sit there and go, I don't need to work any harder, I lack motivation? Because you're broken, unimportant, and stupid. So you're arrogant, and it angers me that you don't feel this duty to the universe and duty for the people you care about. So yeah, I think one of the reasons I'm endlessly motivated to try and make as much money as possible and constantly try and help other people make money because it makes me money. I'm not a philanthropist. It makes me money to help other people make money and make the whole world a better place. And everybody can get richer. If everybody joins university.com, all of us get richer. Is because I'm very concerned about protecting and providing for other people more than I am myself. I'm really not afraid of much. I'm worried about everyone else. I think that's the masculine imperative, isn't it? You worry about everyone else more than you worry about yourself. You know, when the wife gets sick, you say go doctor. When you get sick, you don't go. Yeah, you know?
That's my dad.
Yeah, of course. It's the man way, right? Yeah. So I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about everyone else.
Do you get pleasure from pain?
I get pleasure from purpose. Is there a purpose without pain in it? I get pleasure from pride. Is there pride without pain involved? I mean, if you avoid pain, you avoid everything important. You avoid all risk, right? And risk is a prerequisite to significance. So I don't think I get pleasure from the pain itself, unless I know that the pain is guiding me towards where I need to go. So now I have to answer the question, do I get pleasure from pain? Maybe a little bit, because then I feel like I'm on the right path.
You smile a lot when you talk about pain.
Well, then I feel like I'm on the right path, right? If you're in a video game and you're walking down the hallway and there's nothing in the way, you're like, what's going on? But if you're walking down the hallway and there's all the bad guys, you're like, I'm getting there. No?
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to do something and if I'm talking the truth about a certain subject on a podcast and criminal cases keep popping up, I'm like, haha, I'm onto something. So maybe the pain, maybe the problems, maybe all the, stress, that's the indicators I need to keep me motivated. If it was too easy, I'm sure if I was only talking about flat earth, I never would have gone to jail. Because the earth's probably not flat. I don't believe the earth is flat. Maybe I could be convinced, but I don't believe it. Burn. So, but the fact I'm talking about other things I ended up in jail kind of indicates to me that I'm close enough to the mark. So, I wouldn't say I get pleasure from pain, but I certainly get pleasure from importance and being proud of myself. And if you want to be proud of yourself and you want to be important and you want to do significant things and you want to matter in this world, then pain is a huge part of it. So why not become accustomed to something that is unavoidable? If war is forever, get good at fighting. Some things are unavoidable. Gravity is unavoidable. You just gotta get used to it. Pain in life is very unavoidable. That's why I find it amazing that people have such a problem with it or struggle with it. Like you are either going to die before everyone you love gets to see you at your maturest, or everyone you love is gonna die. There's two certainties. Everyone you've ever cared about is going to die. You might see them die, or they're gonna see you die first. You better get used to pain. Like my strongest bond is with my brother. My worst nightmare is coming. One of us dies. 100% that'll be the worst day of either of our lives, the day that happens. It is 100% guaranteed to happen. We talk about it. Who's gonna die first? Because we know it's coming. My children are gonna see me die, or I'm gonna see them die. Like all the bad days are coming. Guaranteed. They're written in the stars, in the cosmos. That's what's amazing to me when people are sitting there and like, oh, I don't want to be stressed. I can't deal with pain. But it's guaranteed. If it's guaranteed, why not become comfortable with it, at least? So why do I smile with the idea of being in pain? Because I'm going to be in pain my entire life. So I may as well get good at it. I may as well get used to it. How pathetic would it be to try and go through life trying not to feel sad? Imagine how infantile and pathetic and asinine a decision that is. I don't want to be sad in my life, knowing that you're guaranteed to be sad pretty much at least 30% of the time. You're trying to avoid the unavoidable. It's like an ostrich putting its head in the sand. It's pathetic. We feel sad and I'm good at it. I think that's a better way. Instead of avoiding it, saying, well, it's going to happen, so let me get good at it. You know, when the sea becomes stormy, I'm fine. I'm cool. So I wouldn't say I enjoy pain. I'm just very comfortable with the realities of life. My life is at a very interesting juncture right now. I can either continue to be one of the most famous men on the planet and fade into lifestyle content and just enjoy my life and have a bunch of kids. I can run for political office and become one of the most important people on the planet politically. Or I can end up banged up for 20 years.
Which one's it going to be?
Who fucking knows?
Well, it's not going to be the first one, Andrew. Come on.
But this is the thing that's interesting. I don't mind the last option. I don't mind it. I'm not scared of it. I'm not worried about it. Because that's what life is. Life is pain, and it's fine. I've got enough money hidden. I'll come out at 58, rich as fuck. I don't care. If you imagine a man who has never had struggle in his life, it's impossible to envision him as anything other than incapable and incompetent. And even worse than incapable and incompetent, we can tie it to the things we were talking about earlier in this podcast. He's weak, and weak people betray. So he's dangerous. He's a liability. Men who have never struggled, you can't trust. Men who have never struggled, you shouldn't even be friends with. You shouldn't be business partners with. Men who have never had to deal with any kind of hardship are toxic. They are dangerous. The best men on the planet are made of pain. Weak men create hard times. So if you look at any kind of man of capability and stature, he's absolutely made of pain. This is why women love scars, because it shows that he's lived through something. This is why we don't like scars on women, because we want women naive and pure and untouched. Women should not be made of pain. When a woman goes through pain, she becomes a worse woman. She becomes less feminine. When a man goes through pain, he becomes a better man. He becomes more masculine. So absolutely, I'm made of pain. All of my best lessons have come from a painful place. My life has been a painful life. I'm extremely grateful for that. I'm extremely blessed to have endured all of the difficult things I've endured. Because what's worse than going through the things I've been through is going through nothing and being a limp-wristed piece of shit like all these other dudes out there. Thank God I am the man I am. I can't thank God enough for every bad thing that's ever happened to me. And the men who are not made of pain are the exact kind of man that everybody out there should avoid. I think we're here to struggle and to learn. I don't think we're here to be happy. That's why when we keep going back to the happy argument, I've always found that kind of frustrating and annoying. Yeah. When someone goes, oh, but I want to be happy. Why? Why? Why do you want to sit there and laugh like you were happy your entire childhood? That's your happy days. You're allowed to be happy as a kid. It's all over now, right? You're a man. You have responsibilities. I think we're here to do important. Provide, protect, and we're also here to do important things. And important things are going to be difficult, and they're going to be hard, and you're going to get frustrated. But that's what gives you purpose. I don't see anyone who's chasing happiness. I think that's a very feminine frame. I understand why some women just want to be happy. I don't know how it feels to be a girl because I'm not one. But in my experience, I know women who just want to be happy. Yeah. Girls just want to have fun. Yeah. Fine. But you're a man, right? And if you're a man, then it's absolutely not really a different experience of life. I think we're here to struggle. I think we're here to endure pain. Yeah. I think we're here to just see how hard we are to kill. I think that going through terrible things and living through them and coming out the other side is one of the most fantastic things about being human. I think that it's almost like once you understand what life is really about, there's no emotion which isn't enjoyable. The only emotional state which can be seen as detrimental is feeling nothing at all. But if you're sitting at home and you're feeling truly heartbroken, at least you're feeling something, right? And I think that's the whole part of being human. I think we're here to struggle. I think we're here to go through pain. I wake up each day and go, what can I attack? What problem can I solve? And look at history. Why did Genghis Khan wake up and want to conquer the whole world? Why did Napoleon conquer the world? Why did Alexander the Great conquer the world? Just wake up and just say, give me this, give me that. I want all of it. I need to. Yeah. There's an army there. They're really big. We're better. It's intrinsic. Yeah. You need to go and conquer. That's the purpose of life.
Yeah. But why do you think that we were created here to do you believe that God created us? So why did God create us to struggle? What is it?
Because if you don't struggle, you don't learn.
Yeah.
God created us to learn and understand ourselves and understand other people and understand the world. And what did I say earlier? I said that you don't learn a lesson or you don't appreciate something
without pain.
Without pain. So you have to struggle to learn anything. There's only two ways to learn things, the hard way or the harder way. If you're smart, you can learn the hard way. But in my experience, 99% of the planet only learn the hardest possible way. If the lesson's even 85% effective, they'll make the same mistake. It's only when they completely decimate and destroy an element of their life do they sit there and go, oops, now I get it.
No.
That's how it goes.
Nobody, absolutely nobody, gives a fuck about you as much as you're gonna have to give a fuck about yourself. Nobody cares about you as much as they need to care to fix your life. Even your parents, even your friends, even all the people who think they care about you, they care about you, yeah, sure, there may be 2 or 3 people on the planet who genuinely care about you, but nobody is gonna come to your bed, drag you out of bed, fucking drag you to a job, force you to work hard, go and get you a hot bitch and go and buy you a Ferrari. Nobody is going to do that for you. You are never gonna have any of the things you want if you do not get them yourself. Nobody cares about you enough to do it for you. This is absolutely true. Personally, I'm an atheist. And when I say I'm an atheist, people seem to be a bit confused by this. I don't know why that surprises people, but I'm absolutely and utterly an atheist. And the reason I'm an atheist is because I believe that there is no grand plan. There's no God in the sky looking out for me. I don't believe that there's anyone here to save me on this planet or in the sky or anywhere else. I am me. I was born. I have, maybe if I'm lucky, 70, because I'm quite big. When you're physically large, you die soon. 70 years of consciousness. And these years I experienced, the only person who's going to make them fun and exciting and interesting, the only person who's going to make me happy and live a life that I want to live is me. Nobody's going to do it for me. No God has a plan for me. There's no one else who wakes up each day and goes, you know what? I want to make Andrew Tate's life better. I want to get him more pussy and more money. No one thinks that about me. No one thinks that about you either. Nobody thinks that about you. The only person who gives a shit about your life truly is you. And if you don't give a shit, then you're fucked. But point 2, get angry. You're going to start giving a shit very soon. And after you get angry, you need to realize that nobody is going to give you the things you want. It doesn't matter if Donald Trump is president or not. I'm a huge Trump fan, but it doesn't make a difference. No politician is going to make you rich. No one else is going to come along and say, I'm going to concentrate my effort on fixing your life. Nobody. You have to understand you are out here alone, absolutely alone. And when you understand these 3 things, you start to see how a mindset comes together. Nobody's going to save you. Fuck. It's totally down to you. You're pissed off with your current situation and you want to change it. Plus you believe you can do absolutely anything. This is how I thought at 18 years old. This is how I achieved so much in the short years. This is how I went from a nobody to a world level athlete and a multimillionaire. Also, people confuse the two. Kickboxing is not boxing. I made across my entire career in kickboxing, maybe about 700,000. I now have about 8 or 9 million. This was not made in kickboxing, this was made in other ventures. I have managed to be a world level athlete and an extremely successful businessman at exactly the same time. Because at a very young age, when I had my prime resource of energy and power at 18, 19 years old, I understood those 3 tenets. I believe I can do anything. I'm pissed off I don't have the life I want. And nobody else is gonna give it to you. These are 3 things you need to understand. If any one of these elements is missing, you'll never have the right mindset. The G mindset will never formulate if any one of these elements is missing. All 3 are absolutely essential. And the sooner you get your act together, the sooner you start to panic and worry and be concerned that you're 24 or 25, you're not fucking rich yet. There's 24 and 25-year-olds out there who got a contract for a fucking NBA with their parents or they won the lottery or who knows what. There's 24 and 25-year-olds out there who are multimillionaires fucking the hot models. These Instagram girls with 3 million followers, they're getting dicked by someone and it ain't you. And that needs to piss you off. You need to get concerned, you get worried, you need shit, I'm running out of time. You need to get some urgency in your life.